Autism by Duane the Great Seer. Who really does understand autism? Is it the medical authorities and how they have been taught and indoctrinated by a created system that controls others? The authorities define and diagnose autism as a developmental disorder with the symptoms that appear within the first 3 years of a person's life. Its formal, official, diagnostic name is Autism Spectrum Disorder. The word spectrum indicates that autism appears in several different forms. That means that each individual with autism experiences their own unique strengths, symptoms, and challenges. Psychiatrists and other clinicians rely on the 5th edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, government disordered authorities included, to define autism and its symptoms. And who took the time to make it all up? Who really wrote these documented files, and who taught them? Sounds good in a way, their way, but is it all there is? Not. We can be respectful to all the time it took to put together their opinions into a manual for literally programmed people who like a one-dimensional view. The diplomat officials recognize 2 main symptom areas of autism: deficits in social communication and interaction, and restricted repetitive behaviors, interests, or activities. Sounds more like the WorldKontrollers who control others. On the other hand, how many people have heard time and again strange religious and political speeches and sermons that really equal what to normal people who support the distorted systems? According to these authorities, these symptoms appear early in a child's development, although other diagnoses may occur later, and usually to keep the autistic person mind-framed to the defined system of clinical whatevers. The overall view is that a person with autism has a disorder, according to the know-it-alls, and it is so that their view has merit slightly, but they are not seeing the whole picture of what is possible with autistic children and adults. What about the so-called normal straight people who have invented things that have destroyed the all-natural environment and poisoned this entire planet? Were any of them autistic or so-called normal? Autistic children and adults have an insight that most people do not have, and for the most part, do autistic people have hidden agendas to control and destroy others? What is it that the autistic person is actually seeing that the so-called normal people who drive poisoning, polluting vehicles do not see? Can the officiated authorities see into the true heart of an autistic person and see their real intent. At this time, they cannot, as their one-dimensional personal view is that of a created surface world, and with the mind-framed institutions who comply with their business activities according to the governmental systems who have decided how unaware people think and should think while on this planet Earth. To learn to see all life as it really is to be indifferent to the literalized socialness and see it for what it is, and deal with it accordingly, and not be restricted by it and what it is thought to be according to authoritarian controllers. The shining sun and the birds do not comply to the created restrictions of one-dimensional, self-interested people who constantly create disorders and destruction to others, and the real, all-natural, environmental reality supporting all of us. How is it that autism came to be here? Is it something natural, or has it been contrived from unnatural inventions and creations? Everything here is self-evident when seen for what it is, aside from what unaware people believe or want things to be. Each one of us is a real awareness with unlimited, unrestricted potential, when real guidance and a real education is applied. The big challenge is that all life is not literal, as it is more real than anything ever known here. Only real risk-takers will see what cannot be seen by the taught and indoctrinated people who cling to authoritarian rule. Autistic children and people can see into many other multi-dimensional realities in creation that are beneficial to them, and also others who wholeheartedly listen and learn to see beyond the restrictions of this created world of phenomena. They can also learn to see and be into the real Unuverses where there are no authorities ever, and live alive and all aware in the endless freeness all life is. Each person decides their life, as all authorities are self-invented. Who will listen and learn to see? For those who want to meet real people, here we is. Sing NUUU and watch your multi-dimensional dream visions for real answers to start a new journey beyond all the old created restrictions that exist on this planet Earth and in your created consciousness. You is the decider of your life, and you can do this for yourself now. Contact Kelsey Lynn Brown on Facebook with WWWE Wonderful Worldwide Educators. The link to the websites can be found in the description of this video.